Guys, can I talk chocolate preferences for a second?
Oh, yes.
What's your go-to brand?
I'm
for
only
chocolate?
Cadbury.
Okay. Yep.
Like Beck
Only?
Only. Beck will bring back some Hagues or something, and I'm like, no, there's nothing. I'm just simple. Probably an idiot when it comes to the finer things.
You're resisting Hagues.
I just don't like anything else except for Cadbury.
Blue collar. Jack.
I actually eat M&M, which I know is not Cadbury.
No, you do love peanut M&Ms.
Yeah.
No, I'll go all over the board with chocolate.
Really?
Pretty much, except for some of the bunnies at Easter from the discount stores.
Lindt, not interested.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't see the hoo-ha. I'll divide this for Lindt since we're on it. Lindt, you don't woo me with your plain chocolate, with your bunny. I think well done. The packaging's great.
Great.
And you certainly dominate the supermarkets, and it's a great gift. The bell's useless, but it catches our attention, so well done.
Yeah.
Where you do excel, Lindt, is in the ganache field where the slightly smoother inside. The balls, I can't resist a ball. Also, they do a block and a thin bar that has the smoother inside. They market it as it's unlike Dove chocolate. They're like, it's a bit smoother. And so it's like a harder shell and a slightly softer inside. And that doth get me.
Hard pass for me and all.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Well, you don't like the liquidy chocolate inside?
Nah.
Oh, wow.
What I wanted to ask you guys about specifically is Toblerone.
Oh, pass.
Do you love pass?
Yeah. Not Cadbury.
Okay.
Sounds like I
didn't know we'd invited a 4-year-old to this, but here he is. Okay, It's not Peppa Pig Cadbury chocolate, and he doesn't want it. That's okay. Jack, do you love Toblerone?
I love the taste of Toblerone. It is
love it?
It is a bit too spiky for my mouth, so no, I wouldn't. He's the kid now.
We've got a new 4-year-old.
You got to admit.
The point of Toblerone has hurt you.
People are nodding out. It's like Carly is
nodding. It can get you in the roof of the mouth. It can.
Do you mean the point of the actual crest of the triangle?
Yes,
or do you mean
the mountain part.
Or do you mean actually the base, which kind of has a sharper edge on it? Yeah, sure you're not mistaking the base as your mum mistook putting butter in a... We know posts make mistakes.
Either way, once you've separated a piece of Toblerone, there's 3 corners that can get you.
They can all get you.
Right. That's right.
Yeah, it's a triangle.
So a bit too spiky. Too spiky.
Yeah, tasty, too spiky.
I also felt that it was too tough. Hard, wasn't it, Toblerone? Or just have an old one?
I might have had one in the fridge. They are a popular fridge because, look, I got to say I've got a very, very soft spot for Toblerone, even though it can be a hard chocolate to eat. Because to me, it was like the Father's Day gift growing up. Like we would get Dad a Toblerone,
and also if someone came back from overseas for some reason, you'd give them a Toblerone. You're like, oh my god.
To me, it is still, and I've got a lot of respect for a lot of the other chocolates, pros and cons in various places. Mm-hmm. But it's the king of, I just think I'm a big Toblerone.
It's the king of chocolate.
Well, I mean, I just think they to me, maybe I am a tough guy and I can handle the sharper edges.
Yeah, exactly. Like in summer where you walk on stones enough and you
got callous feet.
I've got a callous and guitarists have a nice thing. You've managed to work up a great endurance to Toblerone and hence enjoy it.
I've done a lot of them and now I don't even notice the sharp points of the triangle.
Well done.
But I'm just a big Toblerone man, but I worry for them on the business side. Because everyone else is innovating, right? Yes. Everybody else is out there doing amazing stuff. They're reinventing. I mean, you look at
Toblerone did this. I
know you're a big Kit Kat man too. Not to burst the Cadbury bubble, but you do enjoy a bit of Nestle.
Yes,
but you look at Kit Kat, and they're doing like cappuccinos and mints and dark chocolates, and now single fingers, double fingers. Well, what if we did 5 and it was an odd number? You know, they're having to think about stuff.
But you know what Toblerone does in that regard that I've always admired about them. Their sizes.
Size play, yeah.
So, you go
10 kilos, 50 kilos.
Duty free, and there's one as big as a boombox.
Yeah, if it wasn't a temperature issue, I have no doubt they would be selling next to the Great Pyramids in Giza. Pyramid-sized Toblerone as a souvenir. So they do nail airports, right? I mean, I'm not saying I think they're going to go bankrupt, but it just made me think this the other day. I drove past somewhere in a suburb in Sydney that had an awning out the front of a milk bar that was a Toblerone awning.
What?
Have you ever seen a Toblerone? You know, you always have Coke or whatever. It was a Toblerone awning, and it was so faded, it made me realise that's probably been there since the 80s.
Yeah.
Like that was probably when Toblerone launched in Australia. They got a Toblerone awning, like it's battered. And I just looked at it and my heart sank a bit for Toblerone. And I went, so you knew, you were having a go, you were trying to get mainstream, but you've somehow remained as the special times chocolate.
You were trying to be Coke, you reckon?
Yeah, they can't crack every day because I don't go to them for every day.
Oh, you would never get a Toblerone just as you're stopping at the service station.
Imagine if I was getting a Toblerone on Smoko. I just don't think it's ever happened. Yet they're the same weight and they're a similar treat as like a Mars bar.
You don't see the service station attendant going, would you like two Toblerones for $2? Because it's not at that level, is it? But it sounds like with the awning, they want it to be.
They wanted to be. They wanted to be the everyday chocolate. And here's another thing. When we were in Europe a little while ago on our protest, our holiday protest, they have ice cream Toblerones in Europe.
Oh.
I have never seen that in Australia. I don't know if I've missed something, but to my knowledge, there is no Toblerone ice cream in Australia.
Too hot.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I mean, we have other ice cream.
We have a lot of ice cream.
But you know what I mean? Like, so it would go, it was like Snickers.
Keep the point too pointy.
Keep the point, sure. Should have kept that razor sharp point. But you know, like it was like Snickers and all the ones we know and love, the ice cream bars. But it wasn't a bar. It was a Magnum kind of knockoff. It was a shape of a Magnum.
Yeah, I don't like them as much.
And I bought it because I was like, oh my God, my favorite chocolate now in ice cream version and I've got a chance to eat it.
Yeah.
And again, you're like, oh, Toblerone, I love you to death. I love you to death. But what is this?
It just doesn't have other
This
treats.
isn't anything.
Yeah.
Do you know what it was? It was like, you can't recreate the bar. That's why the ice cream Snickers is such a dominant force.
It's like a great singer trying to be an actor. Just don't worry about it. Just and then also I'm going to change my sound. No, don't. No. Just keep singing the
hits. Love what you do. You can sell arenas.
Yeah.
They tried to change it. So the ice cream is just chocolate on the inside and it's like drizzled in Toblerone chocolate.
Oh, I thought you meant ice cream on the outside. That's really tough to do.
They would change. That would change things up.
The game.
No, but it's too thin. The outside shell, you're used to the thickness of a Toblerone. So they've blown that. They're trying, but that's the problem. I think I worry for them because they're trying different stuff and it's
the innovators.
It's not resonating. I don't have the idea for them.
Their R&D team need to shake up. Is that what you're saying?
Could you do mini triangles, like a bag of them, separates?
That's interesting.
Could you? I don't know. No, I don't have the answers, but send away for a box.